I didn't see you there. Just putting my heart and soul into another art project. Let me change into something more comfortable. Rate the date with Dorian Gray. Gonna rate the date with Dorian Gray. 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 Peace, love, blessing. I am Bobby Ross Jr. Welcome to episode 4 of season 3 of Rate the Date with Dorian Gray. I was just painting a very personal picture to me. Perhaps later in the show, if we have time, I would love to share that with you and show you my heart, my soul, and all the hard work and effort that I have put into my art form. Dorian is out for the moment. Do not worry. He will join us shortly. I think last week was the most that I have ever laughed in my life. And later in the episode, we will get an update from Frank and Fairy Godmother on how their date went along. On today's episode, we will feature the so very beautiful Paisley, and we have 3 awesome contestants for her today. Hey, what's up? Backdoor Whisper, how are you? Welcome. Hey, welcome, Kim. Thanks for joining us. Rich, how are you? Scooby Drew, great to see you. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Great for you to be here. Thank you so much. Kim Possible. I always knew it was. Hey, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Hey. Hey, what's up? Great to see you. Insomnia, so honored that you're here. Hey, welcome. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. We're going to have a great time.
It's time to rate the date with Dorian Gray. It's time to rate the date with Dorian Gray. It's time to rate the date with Dorian Gray. It's gonna be fun. Who's gonna win the date?
That was so amazing. That really touched my heart. Something different than our normal song. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. April, so honored for you to be here. Kim Possible, so great for you to be here with us. And now, please welcome our host, Dorian Gray.
Hey now, everybody! Hey! Who is is it now? Dorian Gray in the house. Let's take a seat back a little bit. Let's allow them to see us a little bit, what we got, and how we're gonna rock and roll in today's episode. To get this all set up, we got an incredible episode for you guys. And thank you, Bobby Ross Jr. Did y'all like his picture? We're gonna see your picture at the end. You've been working on that all day.
I'll be honored to share that with everybody. Thank you so much.
He's been working on this freaking painting for about 4 hours now.
At least.
Yeah, so that's no joke. All right, so you ready? You excited?
I'm so excited.
All right, so last episode, speaking of that, we had Frank, the incredible Frank. We didn't laugh harder. Dude, I've never laughed as hard on any episode than that one. It was incredible. It was amazing. And he chose Fairy Godmother. We're going to get a little update on the end from
really
both of them.
special.
Yeah, I hope it's able to work out for both of them.
I hope so too.
And then, in this show, we have the amazing Hazley. But before we get into that, let's give a shout out to our top gifters. And for those people that are going to be gifting throughout the show, I'm sorry, it's hard to host a show and be like the best host I can be, and also pay attention and answer all the questions and show love to all the gifts. But I will be throwing up some hearts and some googly eyes to let y'all know that I appreciate everything. And the top gifters will be announced. Speaking of top gifters, at the number 1 spot, we have Frank himself. Frank Oldman was at our number 1 spot. Number 2 spot was our love, Griselle. Number 3 spot was Melody. Fairy Godmother was at the number 4 spot. And then we had Coach Carter at our number 5 spot. Can we just get a round of applause for all of our lovely top gifters? I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love. Hold on. There we go. There we go. And thank you so much for that gift. We will feature you and all the top gifters on our Instagram afterwards. So please make sure to like and follow the Instagram. To the show, we got the lovely Hazley. That is our bachelorette on today's episode. Can we get the lovely Hazley to request the box? Let's let her in if she's not here already. In the meantime, we got 3 awesome contestants for her. We have let's see who we have. Oh, we have our lovely Toxic. If y'all know Toxic, he's going to be on today's show. If you have, we have Moolah on today's show, and we have Scooby Drew on today's show. These are 3 awesome contestants. We try to pair everybody up but let's meet your bachelorette.
Hi.
Hazley, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
We are doing wonderful. Look at her. She looks great. Look at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
These contestants are going to be very lucky. So Hazley, I got some random facts about you, if you would indulge just a little bit. It says here that you like yoga. You are a natural redhead, and you are artiste just like Bobby Jr. over here. Tell us a little bit about your artistry.
My artistry. I like painting. I do a lot of acrylic paintings. I like to do like cartoon type paintings, or like painting like galaxies and stuff like that.
And what about the yoga? Like, what type of yoga are you practicing?
I really just like watch YouTube videos like and just do the yoga, but my favorite pose is you just like lay down on your back, just like you're laying down. It's called Savasana.
Shavasana. And do you ever watch what we were just talking about her? Adrian yoga?
Yoga with Adrian.
Yoga with Adrian, one of our favorites. Okay, so Hazley, are you ready to meet your lovely contestants that we have you for today?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you contestants, please request the box. We got Scooby Drew, we got Toxic, and we got Moolah. So we're gonna get to know you guys a little bit more. Let's let these guys in. We got 1, we got 2.
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going, gentlemen?
Are we going good over here? We're going good.
Okay,
Yeah,
if I can get one of my admins to wake up little sleepyhead Moolah, and in the meantime, let's get to know these contestants. Starting off with Scooby Drew, I have here that I love to get out and mountain bike. What is a mountain bike? How does that look for you? How far do you go? What are you riding on?
So how far I go, I have gone 126 miles in
100?
one day.
Wow. 126 miles. Calm down, Lance Armstrong. I definitely hope you're going to be able to enjoy the ride tonight. And then we have Toxic. Toxic, I got a couple of cool random facts about you, but let me just go with this one. He combined a couple of words. He says, I'm a cook-a-workaholic. What is a cook-a-workaholic? I've never heard this before.
All right, I cook. I work. Obviously, I work hard when I cook. You know, I always put my full ethic into work and like cooking. So like, I always gotta have the food to perfect. If it ain't perfect, I'm not gonna eat it. Food's my soul. And then after that, I go to the gym to work that off. I know I eat a lot.
Well, we definitely provided you with a snack tonight, no pun intended. Moving it right along to Moolah. Moolah, I got some random facts about you. It says, I am a passionate and confident leader. Moolah, give us a little bit of insight on some of the things that you've been able to lead and your ego has been able to follow you into.
Well, I'm very passionate at everything, like loyalty, consistency, people that's gonna, be there. Like if you want to be there for somebody, you gotta show attention. You gotta show that you really into them. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's definitely hope that you take a leadership role in today's show. All right, but without further ado, Hazley, I asked you to come up with some questions for us. You have those ready to rock and roll?
Yes, I do. They're right here.
Okay, so in order that they came in here, we're going to have Scooby Drew be contestant number 1. We're going to have Toxic be contestant number 2, and then we're going to have Moolah be contestant number 3. So if we start off with our first question to our lovely Scooby Drew.
Okay. What makes you unique?
What makes me unique is basically where I set myself up going in the future. Is starting off with nothing, and I am literally working my ass off to get to where I want to be.
Facts. Let them know.
Yeah, Scooby Drew, where are you? You got some work to do now. He's definitely representing that name quite to a T. Yeah, all right, moving it over to Toxic. What question do you have lined up for our lovely contestant number 2?
Okay.
I need some weed, y'all.
Definitely representing in a way that I knew he would.
Okay, so what words of advice would you offer to your younger self?
To my younger self? To basically promote themselves more than what I do now. Like basically right now I'm in the middle of making my own business. So like I would rather like than my younger self to start off like a business younger than what I did. I should have started off a little bit younger, but I didn't. I started off at like almost 23 years old.
Okay.
So just have a little bit more money in your banking accounts. No slight to get started early. I know I need the financial advice. My grandfather was like, get some financial management under control. So let's try to get that.
You know what? Instead of spending your money on me, spend it on the shares. Buy the shares.
We'll try our best to not interrupt the host. I'm sorry, Moolah. But speaking of Moolah, speaking of the dough, the kids call it, I don't know. All right, what question do you have for the lovely Moolah?
All right. Are there any life lessons that you wish you knew earlier?
I wish I knew a lot of these females ain't shit. Sorry for my language, but a lot of these females ain't. I wish they were. I found out that they were crazier. And it's the truth though.
Okay, you would have known. Somebody's been listening to the Drake record on repeat in 2011. All right, moving it right along to contestant number 1. Bringing it back over to our well-dressed guy. He's trying to show us up. Look at him. All right, moving it back to one of our favorite Brits on the app. What question do you have for our lovely Scooby Drew?
All right. Do you like trying new things, or are you someone that likes to stick to familiar things?
I'd never stick to familiar things because trying new things is always new experiences, and you never know whether you're going to like it or not. So you push yourself to see what the limitation is that you can hold.
Okay, so being able to try everything to know what you don't like and what you do like. Good answer, Scooby Drew. Oh, moving it right along to Toxic, who actually got a haircut just for this episode. If that's not trying to impress the Bachelorette, I don't know what is from a fellow barber. Okay, so what question do we have lined up for our lovely Toxic?
All right. So, how would you describe yourself in one word?
How would I describe that? I'd say eventful, like eventful, really.
Eventful. I'm glad he didn't go with his name, Toxic. Eventful. That's awesome. A lot of options there, and with the eventful. So moving it right along to probably the most entertaining person in our chat right now, Moolah. What question do you have lined up for contestant number 3?
Okay, which cheesy pickup line is your favorite?
Oh shit, this is my favorite one right here. Hold on. So this is the one that works every time, and it works every time. I'll be like, do you got a map? Cause I'm lost in your eyes. I'm like, yo, perfect. I get the number every time.
Hey now, all right, maybe I have to write that one down myself. And Moolah, if we can refrain from the cursing or the foul language, this is a featured show, and I want to keep it at that #1 spot. So if you could just do me that favor, and thank you. We got a plug for the show real quick. So for those that are tuning in, you are watching Rate the Date with Dorian, and we have the lovely Hazley as our bachelorette today, and we got these 3 awesome contestants. What's going to happen is we are going to ask each person 4 questions apiece, and unfortunately, somebody has to go. I know it sucks that we can't pick everybody, but the people who are not picked, they go into a group chat, so we'll try to reuse them again. If they don't call me Dory, anybody.
That's why I ain't gonna make it.
No, it's okay. Everybody has a good shot, and even if you don't make it, we'll maybe feature you as a bachelor or on a future episode. But moving it right along, after it's down to 2, we double up the questions. It's 8 questions apiece, and then she makes her final pick. The final pick and her will get to know each other off the platform, on the Book of Face, the Snap of all chats, the Gram of all instas, we call it these days. And then you tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and give us an update. Speaking of that update,
that good shit.
Frank Oldman and Fairy Godmother. He picked Fairy Godmother. We're going to get an update for them at the end of the show. But moving the show right along, what question do you have for our next contestant, Hazley?
All right. This is a good one. Are you happy with the person that you've developed into? If not, what is that one change that you need to make?
So, can anybody ever be happy with the person that they are right now? Is my answer to that, because there is always room for improvement.
That's a great answer.
Oh, that was a great answer. The guy has been definitely rolling through these questions. Guys, get y'all's game ready. All right, moving it right along over here to Toxic. What question do we have lined up for Toxic, Hazley?
Okay. What is your favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself is my personality, 110%, because I got a great personality, and I like to have fun. I like to play. You know, I always like to joke around. That's my main thing to do, is joking around, making everybody laugh. I'd rather make somebody else laugh than I laugh. Like, that's always a bonus for me. If somebody else laughs, that means more to me than me laughing myself.
Interesting. So he likes to keep somebody fed and put a smile on their face. Nothing wrong with that. All right, moving it right along to our lovely little Moolah. Our noisy little Moolah, I guess I should say. What question do you have lined up for the money man himself?
All right. What's the biggest boundary you have in relationships?
Biggest boundary. Well, my biggest boundary in relationship is
answer the question.
Trust. Damn. Who was that already? So yeah, biggest boundary is trust for me, all right? Trust, consistency. Anything else? Did I miss anything?
We'll go with trust. You gotta have trust.
We're gonna go with trust. All right, trust.
Sounds good. All right, moving it right along back over to Scooby Drew. Let's see if he gives us one.
Oh yeah, respect is good too, man.
Let's see if he gives us another one of those good answers to Hazley's question. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew?
What makes you jealous?
Saying that, jealous. What makes me jealous is not being able to do what I want to be able to do.
Not being able to do what you want him to do, that makes him jealous. So, like, give us a little bit more of an insight on that, Scooby Drew. What has
Like people showing you up, people trying to always prove that they're better than you.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. Well, you are on a competing dating show today, so I hope you're not triggered with today's show. All right, moving it right along over to Toxic, one of your competitors on today's show. What question do you have lined up for the cook-up workaholic himself?
If you could learn one skill instantly, what would it be?
One skill instantly. Let's see here. Most definitely would be like to better, like, I don't know, to be better like my and I'm making like more content, so more skills. So I better myself and like making other people happy.
Okay. Yeah, he's going back to this happy one. So
I like making everybody happy, man. That's the thing. Happy is key.
So Hazley, if you want somebody that's able to put a smile on your face and keep you fed, maybe Toxic is the way to go. All right, moving it right along to our lovely Moolah. What question do you have lined up for Moolah?
All right. I feel like you'd answer this one. I feel like yours would be interesting. Oh, what's the most daring thing you've done on a first date in the past?
Oh, that's a good one for him, actually, I feel. Can we get a drum roll, please?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Jeez. Yeah, so the West End, it was probably I took a female to dinner and she started eating with her hands.
Hey,
I'm serious.
Was she from Eastern India?
I was just looking at her. I was just like, God damn, let me get the fork first before you start eating.
What was she eating though?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, she had
she
steak
was
with some rice with her hands. Tell me about it. I'm just like, this is the worst day I've ever been on.
Maybe she was from Ethiopia. Is this their third question apiece? I think this is their third question, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So for the final question of the first round, make it count, Miss Hazley. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew?
Ooh. Can I ask them all three the same question?
You can ask all three the same question.
Okay. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
My hobbies, basically, mountain biking is one of them. I like cooking, and I like art as well.
Okay. So cooking and art, we're receiving some of the same kind of answers here. A very artistic group we have here, and a lot of cooks. Hey, who knows? I don't know. Yeah, fighting for who's gonna cook. You never know. All right, moving it right along.
My guy Scooby.
And moving it right along over to Toxic. What about you?
Me, definitely. Can you repeat the question one more time, please?
What is the hobby of yours?
Definitely like going out, like working out and stuff. That's the main one hobby for me. I like doing main things is say I want to go do art, I'll do art like him, but not that kind of art, different kind of art though. It's a little bit different than that. I doing 3D arts that glow in the dark that put on the wall, so when you hit a black light on it, it casts everywhere.
Hey, Toxic, do you have any one of those laying around that you can show us?
Right now, no, I do not.
Okay, and then I guess Moolah, we'll take a minute to see if he gets back. But in the meantime, how about we turn the tables a little bit? All right, there he comes back. Maybe he dropped the phone or whatnot. All right, Moolah, our very entertaining early bird special. Hey, Moolah, what about you? What is the go-to hobby?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest. My hobby, I'm a plumber. I lay down the pipe for living. I fix pipes, I fit, sinks, showers, whatever, you feel me?
Okay,
that's my hobby.
Definitely keeping it right along in cue in that moolah fashion. So unfortunately, that concludes our last round. Can we get a round of applause for our lovely contestants and our beautiful bachelorette? And we got our admins that are
Scooby, just clap with me.
yeah, and so basically this is where, and rather than picking the person that you want to eliminate, how about picking the first person that you want to keep along and why? So starting off with the first person you want to keep, can we get a drum roll, please? Toxic, you move on to the next round. Congratulations, my good friend. This is where things get a little bit more tricky. Now you are going to pick the final person that you want to keep around, thus eliminating the third contestant. So can we get another drum roll, please?
Scooby.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
Only, you know, Moolah, you're super, like, you made me laugh the whole time. You're so entertaining, but I told myself, like, I'm gonna go off, like, based on, like, questions and compatibility, and, like, they're both, like, artists and gave really good answers to.
Nah, shout out to both of them. Yo, they deserve it. Shout out to Toxic. Shout out to Drew. You feel me? Yo, make sure you take her out. Make sure you do not pull out. Make sure you get her pregnant on the first date.
Ended it in that Moolah fashion. Hey, Moolah, we love having you. We'd love to have you on.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me. I had a good time.
I'm glad. Y'all, please favor Moolah and all of our lovely contestants and, of course, our bachelorette. Moving it right along into round number 2. But before we get into that, gentlemen, how about we shake things up a little bit? How about you ask the bachelorette a question? So starting off with Toxic, do you have a question that you would like to get to know a little bit more about Hazley? Maybe a relationship deal breaker, maybe something that you just want to get to know a little bit more about her?
That's definitely got a question for her, right off the top. So what makes you more interested into a guy that makes you least interested?
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat it.
So like going for like the most interested to least interested. What would make you least interested into a guy?
Least interested into a guy. I'm gonna be honest. I really like masculine energy. So like, if they're giving off like some kind of like feminine or like, you know, kind of more like soft, or you know, like I want someone who's, you know, like strong, like, and like stuff like that. So I guess yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, yeah, so she wants a guy that's not high in agreeability. Not necessarily an Andrew Tate, but maybe. All right, moving it right along over to Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for the lovely Hazley?
What would be your ideal date?
That's a good
My
one.
ideal date.
Yeah, where would this masculine man take? Where would this masculine man take you?
Throw me around. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, I guess like I really like the beach and like I like looking at the stars. So maybe like something like that. I feel like that would make me feel really probably more connected.
Oh, lie down on the beach underneath the stars. Is this that Grease? You know, summer loving, having some fun. Right back into the show though, Hazley. Let's mix it up a little bit. Rather than having contestant number 1 be Scooby Drew, let's have Toxic be contestant number 1. So you got the list of questions moving into round number 2. All right, let's get into it. What question do you have lined up for Toxic?
All right.
Hey, Dorian, I'm sorry to interrupt. We have just delivered this.
Okay, thank you. All right, we got to plug the show, but we're going to let her ask the question first.
Okay. I just lost it. Oh, what qualities do you find attractive in any potential partner?
Okay, and that's very easy. Confidence is one, because you know confidence is, gotta have confidence. Personality is second for sure, and it definitely is not all about the looks, but like you know it's a bonus. But like that's it.
Okay, that answer was definitely.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right, moving it right along over to Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for our lovely Scooby Drew?
What is something that annoys you more than anything else?
When somebody harms or says bad stuff towards family members.
This sounds like a personal, speaking from experience, have you had any situation in the past where somebody disrespected one of your family members?
Yeah, quite a bad one.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, tell us a little. He told us a little bit about his past dealing with somebody who was disrespectful. So he wants somebody that's able to maintain that respect, especially family is important to this guy. So if that's your pick, just keep that in mind, Hazley. Moving it back over to Toxic. What question do you have lined up for our Toxic today?
All right. Hmm. What is something you've always wanted to do but were afraid to do it?
That's a good one.
Oh, I think you froze.
Maybe get a better Wi-Fi connection. No, I'm just joking. All right, we'll get right back to Toxic. Toxic. He's coming back in, hopefully with some better connection, better reception. All right, did you hear? Did you hear the question, Toxic?
No, I got a phone call. Sorry.
Okay, it's all right. She asked, what is one thing that you were too afraid to do that you never got to do?
Let's see. For one, jumping out of a helicopter. I don't feel comfortable doing that. For two, climbing up a really tall tree. I'm not doing it. You're not gonna catch me do it.
What was the first one you said?
I'm not jumping out of a helicopter.
Oh no. So okay. So Hazley, if you are an adrenaline junkie and you love heights, this might be something that you have to convince them or have to pretty much throw them out. All right, moving it along over to our Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew, Hazley?
Do you have kids or plan on having kids?
I have got 2 children. I have got a daughter and a son.
A daughter and a son. I guess the combo. That's awesome. We have a lot of dads on the show, so that's always sweet that we have our lovely fathers represented. All right, moving it back over to Toxic. And Toxic, real quick, do you have any children?
Yes, I have 2 boys. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-month-old. Well, 3-month-old.
Okay, so both of them had 2 same kids, so they have a certain level of maturity, I would hope so. All right, with that in consideration, Hazley, what question do you have lined up for Toxic?
Do you are you spiritual in any kind of sense? Like, do you have faith?
Yes, in some way, and yes, some way, and no. So yes, I know at the same time.
Okay, well, all right. And what are some of the ways yes, and what are some of the ways no's without getting into it?
Oof, that's gonna be hard to dig around that area. So not to get into it, like spiritually wise, like I do believe in spirits, but then sometimes like I have another thing inside of me, like I don't believe in it. So like there's that. So it's not gonna get too far into it.
Yeah. Okay. So thinking a little bit with your heart when it comes to the spiritual connection, but then you got that logical thing, that restricts you from over committing. Okay, I understand. Yeah, that's fair. Appreciate the gifts. Moving it right along with Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew, Hazley?
Oh, what was the stupidest reason one of your relationships broke up?
Probably one of my old friends getting in between us.
Okay. Are you still friends with him?
No.
I would hope not. Especially with some of the things that you've shared today. All right, makes good sense. So, Hazley, I got a question for you. Who is the person that you go to for advice?
Who's the person I go to for advice?
Yeah,
I'll even go. I'm sorry.
Because it kind of flows into the same category question. Who would that be, Hazley?
That would probably be my best friend or my grandma.
Okay, so grandma might interfere, Scooby Drew. So you definitely giving you the heads up. Nan Nav is definitely going to know about you if things definitely progress. All right, moving it back over to our lovely Toxic. What question do you have lined up for Toxic, Hazley?
Can I ask him that question? I want to know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That would actually have to be my brother that's deployed. He's deployed in Kuwait right now, so I go to him about everything.
Awesome. Okay. When's the last time you seen him, Toxic?
Since January. So he's got another 6 months till he comes back.
Okay, not too bad. Yeah, and all the blessing. Thank you for your brother's service and all the troops out there. If there are anybody that serves in the armed forces in our chat, appreciate that, and we appreciate you. All right, moving it back along to one of our favorite little mystery gang members, Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew?
What is an aspect of dating that you hate the most?
You know what? To be honest with you, there is no aspect of dating that I hate the most. Because why hate it when you can always just cherish it?
Okay, well, I will hit you with Scooby Drew. What about arguing, or what about people stepping on your boundaries?
No, because if you think of it, arguing only it can either strengthen the relationship, or it can prove that the relationship's not what you thought it would have been.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say it's something that.
Passionate negotiation is how he would word it. That is awesome. I like the flip over there, Scooby Drew. Moving it back along over to Toxic. What question do you have lined up for Toxic?
Oh, what kind of music do you listen to?
Literally everything. But my most favorite one's reggaeton.
Reggaeton. What is your favorite reggaeton singer, Toxic?
Bad Bunny, and you got my second one, Argano.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, one of my fan favorites. Okay, moving it along. Back over to Scooby Drew. What lovely question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew, Hazley?
What do you consider?
Go for it.
No, so, what were you gonna say?
I said I got a question for him if you want.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, both of the boys, I got a good question for y'all. Starting off with Scooby Drew. What does romancing your partner look like? If you had one night to take Hazley out, where are you taking the lovely lady?
Well, I wouldn't go out. What I would do is have a romantic meal where I would cook a Italian meal and have it with a candle lit and with a bottle of wine.
Yeah, I think he almost serenaded all of us right now. And what type of meal are you cooking, Scooby Drew? If I could just get a little bit more specific.
A professional Italian carbonara.
It's almost like he rehearsed this. I can see it right now. Okay, moving it along to Toxic. Toxic, you had one night out to show Hazley what you're made of as far as on the romantic side of things. Paint us a picture. What does that night look like?
Okay, most definitely take them to like the most beautiful night views. Like, you get the views, you get the stars, and then
Speak up a little bit, Toxic. We're having a hard time of hearing you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I said definitely take them to like the great view, like a great looking view, like see the stars and all that, and then take them home for like a special little dinner. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Awesome. So he's been listening. She likes the view under the stars, maybe to the beach. Pandering to our lovely Hazley. Yeah, she'll take it. All right, moving it back over to Scooby Drew. Hazley, you got a lined up for Scooby Drew?
All right. What is the best thing about your life at this moment?
The best thing about my life at the moment is the life lessons that I've been taught by my granddad.
Okay.
And my children.
Awesome. What was granddad's? What were some of one of his life lessons that you can remember that he told you?
The life lesson that I've been taught by my granddad was, no matter where you start off, you choose where you want to go.
Yeah, very fortuitous. Like that. Shout outs to granddad, by the way. All right, moving it over to Toxic. What question do you have lined up for our Toxic guy right here?
What's the one thing that you can't live without?
Food.
Food?
Food.
Yeah, I mean, technically you can. Water, air, food. All right, let's get a little bit more of not as broad though, Toxic. What's another thing that you can't live without?
Definitely my family and my brother. Definitely 110% on that part.
All right. these two gentlemen are very family oriented. One loves his family to death. The other one loves them so much that if you even offend them in any way, you might be cut out. All right, moving it along over to Scooby Drew. What question do you have lined up for Scooby Drew?
I want to know this about you because I asked him this earlier, but I don't know. I'm curious to yours. Like, do you have like are you into spirituality? Like, do you have any faith? Like, how's that?
So I'm very open-minded. So I will look into anything and everything. So I don't judge, and I kind of, how people put it is I tune in, so I can like hear stuff when most people can't.
Interesting. So he has this like innate internal, a feeling, and I think he's take and pull from most different belief systems. So that's very interesting, Scooby Drew. Way to get into the spirituality of things, and we appreciate both of you guys being able to be open and honest with us today. All right, moving it back along over to Toxic. This is the last and final question of the round. So, Hazley, make it count.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I ran out.
You have a question for one of the lovely contestants today? Come on, Bobby Ross, hit him with that wisdom.
Yeah.
Bring it out. Let's hear it.
What is your dream? What are your biggest goal in life? What would you like to see yourself, and what are you working towards? Where do you want to be 10, 20, 30 years down the road?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So 5-year plan, pretty much, right? You know, so starting out with Toxic, well, what is the plan? Paint a picture.
Definitely to build my own business. Me and my brothers right now, we're still, like I said, we're building our own business as we speak. It's a hookah/barber lounge. So right now we're working on that. And so far that's going to be our dream. And we're going to bring the family up.
Awesome. Make sure to send me the invite, Toxic, when it's up and running. All right, moving it right along over to Scooby Drew. What about you, Scooby Drew?
In 5 years' time, I would like to travel America and do security wherever I can, because it's protecting the people that can't protect themselves.
Awesome.
Which is a big thing for me.
I've never heard of a traveling security guard, but if there was going to be somebody for the job, I think Scooby Drew would be the guy to do do. Awesome. That concludes our final round of the second round. Guys, give yourself a round of applause. I didn't hear a false note in the bunch. And that was awesome. Okay, so here's where things get a little difficult, Hazley. I'm sure neither one of these gentlemen, and from what I heard, they actually know each other. Yeah, these two guys that are competing against each other. So there's not going to be any hard feelings. I'm sure they got both.
Oh, no, none at all.
No hard feelings. So, Miss Hazley, without further ado, and please, guys, please favorite all of our contestants and our lovely bachelorette on today's show. So without further ado, Miss Hazley, can I get a drum roll, please?
Okay, I gotta explain first. This is really hard. Like, okay, this was so hard because like you, like Scooby Drew, like you have like very like intellectual like answers, and like I love that. But I feel like Toxic, just like we have a lot in common. Like we're both very business savvy. My brother's in the military as well. And just like a lot of the other answers, like I don't know, I just feel like there's like a lot of like compatibility, but I do feel like on that level, so that I don't know, this is so hard, but I'm gonna have to go with Toxic.
Toxic, congratulations. Can we get but Scooby Drew, you did an amazing job, and I'm sure there are some lovely people in the chat that would definitely like to be back on the show.
can I just say, out of both of us, the best man actually won.
Okay, so wow, he's a stand-up guy and a stand-up guy also in defeat. So we appreciate the humble guys over here. But
Toxic,
Scooby Drew,
no, that's
Scooby
it.
Drew,
Toxic knows I've got much love.
yeah, Scooby Drew. Any parting ways for the stream?
Sorry, what was that?
Any parting ways for the stream?
Stay positive and aim at your goal.
Yeah, well, there you go. Ending it
Can I
on
say
a
something
high
before you
note.
take him out? Can I say something before you take him out? I will be gladly to see him see my bodyguard to be in my hookah lounge.
Hey now. Hopefully he doesn't have to travel too far, but even if he does, I think he'd enjoy the account, like being able to travel. That's something that he said he enjoyed. And then there were two. Round of applause, guys. You have your winner for the day. It is your man Toxic. I guess that haircut that he got paid off.
Better for $30 damn dollars.
So this is what's gonna happen. Both of you guys got Instagram. I know you do because I've been in both your DMs, no pun intended. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a group chat for both of y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know y'all can take it as serious or unserious as y'all want to. Just have fun. I'm gonna create that group chat and then I'm gonna skedaddle and leave it all to you. Just make me this promise. You guys will tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and let us know how it's been going, getting to know each other.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, sounds good. Please, like I said, like and favorite. There's not even a like. Just favorite these guys and tune into their streams. They're both big streamers on the app. And any parting ways for the stream, guys?
Thanks everybody for coming out and supporting me. Like the people who watch me, like I really appreciated that. And thank you for having me on here.
Of course, Hazley, you did great, and appreciate that shout out for y'all that aren't following me on Instagram. I have all the updates on Instagram. What about you, Toxic? Any parting ways for the stream?
It was nice to meet. It was nice actually being in here. It was great. You know, I actually had a fun time. I told people, I was like, yo, I can't wait. I was on time. Like I was sitting there at 8 o'clock, like 6 o'clock, just waiting for it to go live. I was like, is he just gonna wait for this one?
All right, well,
But somehow you
guys.
know.
Y'all guys get out of here, get to know each other, do what y'all do, and we'll definitely see y'all next Thursday. Appreciate it. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So speaking of updates, well, who do we have an update? Who remember our last bachelor that we were laughing up about? Frankie.
I remember.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped laughing, I think.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm still laughing. So Frank chose Fairy Godmother, and we are about to get an update from them. They've been getting to know each other for 7 days.
Wow.
I know Frank's a character. I know Fairy Godmother's a character. So if we can get them to request a box and we can see their lovely faces and get an update for them, please request the box. Frank, Oldman, and Fairy Godmother. Let's get them in here and see how things have been going on.
While we're waiting, this just came for you, Dorian.
All right, thank you. So while we wait for them to request the box, let me just show y'all what you guys are watching. You are watching Rate the Date, the #1 show on the app. No, well, I'm not gonna humble brag. And we just had our lovely Hazley as our bachelorette. She had 3 amazing contestants, and then she chose our guy over there, Toxic. They were gonna get to know each other, and then they're going to tune back in next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and give us an update. But speaking of updates, we got a couple of people in here that we want to get an update for. We got Fairy Godmother coming through. Fairy Godmother, how are you doing?
Hello, guys. I'm great. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. Okay, so are we waiting for Frankie, or you're going to give the update for both
Where's
of you?
my Frank? He told me he was going to be here.
All right, so if one of my admins could go jump in Frank's DMs that know Frank. But speaking of the show, tell us a little bit of what your experience was like being on the show.
Oh, I had so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, you got to find some guys for me, man.
Well, if we're finding guys for you, did things not work out with Frank?
Well, you know, I don't want to throw Frank under the bus. We had a lovely date and we're such good friends, but you know, sometimes that cable doesn't enable. You know?
Cable doesn't enable. Hey now, take that in all types of ways, right?
Well, he's 97 years old and you know, I don't do Viagra, guys, so I want to stay friends with Frank. You know, I don't really want to take it to the next level, and I know he agrees with me because we're such good friends. But we had such fun at the drive-in. I got scared. He let me snuggle up. I even climbed in the glove compartment at one time because I was so terrified at the show. So he's an awesome, awesome guy. And yeah, I think he'll say the same, is that we're better friends than more.
Yeah, well, not all the time does it work out, you know, but it's good that y'all are still able to maintain y'all's friendship. And yeah, we would love to have both of you back on the show and try y'all Shot of Love one more time. And I appreciate having you, Fairy Godmother. Appreciate the update. If we get Frankie in here, or go slide in his DMs and see if you can wake him up a little bit, get that old man in here, and so we can hear a thing or two about him. But appreciate you, Fairy Godmother.
Thank you, whoever sent the roses and any gifts, and thank you for having.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry to cut you off prematurely. No pun intended. All right, so I think we have an update from somebody else. I think we have a lovely lady that's trying to get her show featured by the name of Ari. If someone could get Ari to get in here and request a box, that would be awesome. In the meantime, I got a couple of updates for you, for the audience. So again, with our top gifters, we have Frank Oldman, speaking of the old man, at our number 1 spot. We got Brazil at our number 2 spot. We have Melody at our number 3 spot. Fairy Godmother herself, which was also on the show, at our number 4 spot. And we had Coach Carter at our number 5 spot. So can we get another round of applause for our lovely top gifters? Thank you. I appreciate that for everybody. And we will definitely feature you guys on the Instagram account right after the show. Speaking of shows, we have a couple of shows that I want to update. Well, actually just one this week. We're going to update. We're going to tell you about Suited Up with Chris Casper, Mr. Meet Me himself. He has a show on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I've been on it a couple of times. He is my boss on here. And he has an amazing show. He's our own Jay Leno of the app. And looking forward to meeting him and all you guys over this year at Playlist. I will be at Playlist. You know, Playlist is? I don't. It's like our Oscar Awards for us streamers. It's over there in Orlando. So we're definitely going to have some fun over this year. And this is a very special shout out that I want to give to a lovely woman named Jane, who has Spirit and Bones. It is a company. It is from the altar to yours. Intuitively create pieces to help you raise power, focused energy, and bring spirit into the tangible place of your altar. These bones hold a spirit of place. Allow them to inspire your practice and honor your God. She has an awesome, some awesome jewelry.
I've seen it.
Yeah, they're incredible, and she's a very talented woman. So if y'all could go to spiritandbones.com and get yourself some awesome spiritual jewelry. Definitely. Well, we appreciate you guys. Well, I'm going to give a big shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Audrey, appreciate you. Your answer, what's up? All my lovely admins we're trying out some new admins this week, and they've been doing a heck of a job. I've definitely been seeing them post and talk about the show, and we appreciate that. So shout out to Emoji J, shout out to Vampy, shout out to Queen, shout out to, who else did we have? Just put your name in there. Yep, I appreciate you. Sonya's been putting in work too. We're definitely trying to be reviving a couple of new things that we have for the show. And speaking of new things, this will no longer be black. By the time it is the next episode, we'll have the Rate the Date logo on this bad boy. And speaking of art, you were working 4 hours on this painting. Yeah,
at least.
Yeah. So would you show us
I would
what
love
you came
to
up
show
with?
it. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Whoa, look at that. That ain't
Hi. Wow.
yeah,
So
baby.
beautiful.
I got the little trees, I got the birds, I got the sun. This is me walking. I'm
Is that a snail?
kind of dog.
Wow.
I'm not sure what breed he is.
Yeah.
But this is my home. And
Poodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. And this artwork that he's been working on for 4 hours will be available at 3 easy payments of $4,000. So definitely hit us up after the show, and if you guys want to bid on that, definitely let us know. Okay, so Ari, you got an awesome show. Tell us a little bit about your show.
So I have a show on the platform called The Unpopular Opinion. It is it's kind of like a talk show, kind of sort of similar to The View vibes, where we get some amazing guests on the show and they give their unpopular opinions on some controversial, hot topic things going on in our world. And I am excited to say that this upcoming Sunday, we have the amazing Dorian Gray. I am super excited to have this amazing king on the show, as well as Queen Vampy as well. So I'm excited and I hope to see you guys there. And please make sure to favorite Dorian, y'all. Please make sure to favorite him. Top badge loading. We love it. This phenomenal show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
You would like to be
appreciate
in the
it,
show?
Ari.
Reach out
Yeah,
to me.
appreciate it, Ari. Much love. I'm definitely looking forward to being on your show, and definitely tune in to her show for sure. Appreciate you, Ari. Thank you for tuning in. Do-do-do-do. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. This has been an amazing show, and we got a little update. Well, I know somebody who might be the bachelor on our next episode.
Who's that?
That's gonna be Mr. Bobby himself. We're gonna.
I'm so excited. I really appreciate the opportunity.
For those people that are tuning in right now, that are, what type of person are you looking for?
It's hard to say. I've always, she'll be who she is. Just somebody that loves life and has a lot of passion in whatever it is that she does, and that we can support each other. We can be doing our own things, yet come together and nourish each other and be supportive to one another.
Well, that is beautiful and that is awesome. And while I was talking to our lovely Bobby over here, Bob Ross, I was telling him, hey, man, you can trust me. I'm going to do you justice. And he said, actually, let's do something a little different for this episode. I don't want to hear their answers. I don't want to see them. I don't want to be influenced by looks. What matters to me are their answers alone. So we're going to do a special blind date version for Bob Ross himself. And that is awesome. I thought it's a great idea. So we're going to have all three women in black boxes. He's not going to be able to see them. He's just going to be asking them questions. The people that are eliminated, physically they might be, your cup of tea, so you'll be able to see them part ways. But I think it's going to be a great episode.
I think so too.
And we got some killer episodes in the future. We might actually have another assistant because Bob Ross is going to be our bachelor. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let's swag out with this last bit here. Let's try to get to that 800 mark. But thank you everybody for tuning in to this awesome episode. We got Sober Welcome. Moody, thank you for being an admin on this episode. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the diamonds. We're definitely going to feature the top gifters after this on my Instagram and on our next episode. And I might actually have a dry erase pendant where I'll feature the top gifter from our shows. Hazley did an amazing job. Please make sure to like and favorite all of our contestants, our lovely admins. Thank you for putting in the hard work and time. We got 89. Let's wait till we get to 800. Appreciate it. We got 10 more people coming in. Somebody check on Frank, please. Yeah.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, hope he's okay. Frank, are you there? Hope no life alert or anything. We love Frank. We wouldn't want to lose him in that type of fashion. But somebody tells me the old kook is that I got a heart of gold. We don't have anything to worry about. But thank you, Red Sock. Appreciate it. Scooby Drew, much love. You did great on this episode. Got 10 more to go. We got 9 more to go. We're just waiting until we get to that 800 marker. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. We got a lot of things that is going to be happening with our future episodes. Somebody also said that we're going to do a speed date where we just have 10 guys. Based on their answer, they get one answer, question apiece. And whoever she likes, she gets to keep. And whoever she doesn't like a response from, they got to go. So we have Lonnie who's going to be a part of that episode. Miss JoJo, what's up? We got 5 more people that we're waiting on. Appreciate all the love. Thank you so much. Oh, the award ceremony. Yeah, we got the award ceremony coming through. So it's a night of awards. They should have threw me in the mix. I could have presented, you know. 8 p.m. Eastern time. So that's just going to start. Livewire has something going on. It's going to be a fun-filled night. Make sure you guys are behaving yourself. And if you're not, make sure that you're at home at least while you're doing it. Got 2 more people that we're waiting on to get to 800, that 800 mark. And I appreciate everybody, though, that's tuning in. It's about time. Thank you. Much love. On my way to 2 milli. You see it. By the next time, hopefully, we're at that 2 milli. The person who gets me with that 2 milli, we're going to give them a name change for 2 weeks. And I might give them 2 name changes, and they're going to be my VIP guests at my 2 milli party. So we're definitely going to honor and support them. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Next time we'll have Bobby Ross have his own little account so you guys will be able to support him. But thank you guys for tuning in. This has been episode 4, season 3 of Rate the Date. Thank you guys. Much love.